Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
No more hangers!
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict?
I used to love doggy chow.
I used to love doggy chow too.
The best thing about this podcast? It hasn't happened yet. I'm Crystal.
Enough! Your voice is drilling into my skull. I need to think. I think I've actually delivered that with way too much.
Yeah.
Let me just go back again. Okay, let
yeah.
me just get my decoder on. Okay. Enough. Your voice is drilling into my skull. I need to think better. Maybe still too much energy. Wait, I'm just gonna... Right, I've got bangs. I'm beautiful. Enough. Your voice is drilling into my skull. I need to think. I'm Baby Lame.
And welcome to Camp Classics, a thoughtful podcast about stupid movies.
You right now? You right now?
And wow, we're going to have to be extra thoughtful for today because I don't think they get much stupider.
It's pretty stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that says a lot for a superhero film.
Really does.
When you are starting to question the plot in a superhero film, I think you have a big issue, don't you?
Yeah, when you're really like, I don't think this makes sense. In a movie about spider powers. Every 2 weeks, we are here discussing, exploring, rating some of the peaks and valleys in the genre of camp, in the search for the campest of camp classics. And this week, we are covering 2024's Madame Web.
Bon appetit!
Wow. Is this our newest I think this is our newest film we've done, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be. What, did this come out after Love Lies Bleeding?
Yeah, I think it did, yeah.
I think it did. Oh, look at us, current.
Current.
It's only a year old.
I know. And do you know what? It's Dakota's last movie. She's got one coming out, but yeah.
Ever.
She's been pretty quiet since, hasn't she?
Yeah. She needed a break, bless her.
Oh, God.
This one really put her through it.
You pushed me down the stairs.
We have a Patreon where for only £4 you can get a bonus episode every month and access to our growing back catalogue of camp classics. Our last Patreon episode was on Basic Instinct 2, Risk Addiction.
No, that's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's a movie, people. That has a plot. It has an actress.
Yeah, similar to this one, I would say. It also has a plot and an actress.
Yeah, there you go.
And some high-speed chases.
Well, yeah, and also as well, imagine if you had Sharon Stone as Catherine Tremell chasing you. She'd fucking hunt you down.
Oh, yeah. That
She'd
would
get
be
you.
That would be much... Well, then we're back in the Catwoman universe.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm learning. Everything links to the Catwoman universe.
This movie is definitely in the Catwoman universe.
Hello to the stray cat. I was like, is she Catwoman?
Uh-huh. And
Where's
did you notice... Sorry, we'll get to it.
Oh, sorry,
We'll get to it.
But basically, everything comes back to our first ever episode, Catwoman.
Yeah.
Camp Classics revolve around Catwoman. There is a bigger multi-universe based around Catwoman. We're learning.
Yeah, Sony, stop chickening out. Release the Catwoman universe.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not the worst idea because they're like throwing them out there now, aren't they? They're all like, it's turning into a sack of shit. These superhero multiverses, aren't they?
Uh-huh. I used to be very religious about watching all superhero movies because I was a huge comic books fan as a kid. Like, huge. And so when superhero movies started getting made, I was like, it is my duty to encourage this industry because I was just so appreciative that a thing that I loved that was kind of underground had become mainstream. And I was like, when the X-Men started being big, I was so stoked. So I've seen basically every Marvel movie. I'm really falling behind. I don't think I've watched the last 5 releases of
But
superhero
what's
movies.
been the last successful one?
The last successful
I mean, I
one.
know they all kind of gross. But
well, Morbius was a huge flop. This is also in the
Yeah.
Spider universe. Kraven the Hunter, I think, flopped.
yeah, even though he's so fit.
So fit.
Oh my God,
And I
is-
haven't seen either of them.
Is he the fittest person to front one of these superhero films so far? Aaron Taylor, what's it?
Yeah,
He's
possibly.
well fit. He sounds
Yeah.
like David Beckham though, which is a big boner kill straight away. So
I haven't
That's
watched
right,
the last-
everyone. Boner kill.
Haven't watched the last Venom. The Marvels was a flop, I think.
Yeah, flaccid.
Yeah, we're in the flaccid era for superheroes.
Flop. Let's look actually. What are the next big ones? What are the ones?
Thunderbolts is the next one coming out, and I'm cautiously optimistic about that.
And what about the DC universe? Because they've gone to shit as well.
That they were never good, but yeah, they did get shitter.
But Batman, I like the Batman films.
Oh right, I thought you meant them like Justice League.
Well, yeah, that was shit, wasn't it?
Wonder Woman bad.
Oh, what about Fantastic Four? Is that coming back?
Yeah, Fantastic Four I think has potential, and I think Thunderbolts will be good.
Okay, all right, okay.
We'll see. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's not why we're here.
No.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we were talking about the Gatreon. I was just going to say you should subscribe to the Gatreon because it helps us out.
Help me, I'm poor.
And you can now do that directly on your Apple or Spotify feeds. You can click on the locked episode, and I think you can get a free trial. So you can try before you buy.
And also as well, you can just DM me your bank details and I can just sort it out for you as well.
She won't take more than she's due.
No, exactly. No, I just think sometimes it can be a lot of effort doing all of these subscriptions. So just send me a picture of your card and I'll happily deal with
front
your
and back,
subscription.
please.
Yeah. And signatures as well would be great. And any
great.
extra pins, codes, passwords that you might use across all of your accounts, useful.
We've had a couple new Gatreon subscribers. Some on Apple Podcasts, but thanks, I presume, to GDPR, I cannot see what your names are. So thank you, anonymous folks.
Oh, they like that. They like sticking anonymous, do they? They like being that one in the corner.
And we've also had Hugh, who signed up on Patreon. So thank you, everyone.
Oh, is that Hugh Grant?
I think it's Hugh Jass.
Oh, okay. Okay, don't know who that is, but...
If you're not in a position to subscribe to the Gatreon, well, I can see your future. And it's you giving a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on.
See what you did
yes,
there. Wow.
Madam Web tie-in.
That was about as successful as the film as well, that tie-in.
What movie should we cover next? You could follow us on Instagram at Camp Classics Podcast and message us with your suggestions. And we have had Cliff get in touch with a suggestion. Cliff has said, can I suggest Poltergeist 3 to be added to the list? Laura Flynn Boyle, Tangina, the name Carol Ann shouted every 3 seconds, and the most 80s setting of a shopping mall turned tower block. I mean, sounds promising.
I mean, that does sound promising, and I guess at some point we better take one of these suggestions as well. We're yet to have done it so far.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Cliff, it's on the list. I haven't seen any of the Poltergeist movies, have you?
Yeah, a long time ago, but I just remember like the key bits, like the girl levitating, I think. But I get very confused because Emma Bunton did it in the Too Much video in the Spice Girls Too Much. No, seriously, there's a bit where she is in a nightie on a bed and telekinesis and things going around her based on Poltergeist. For the Too Much single, that's what her little setup. Look at it, everyone. I swear to God.
Now I'm just picturing Emma Bunton crawling down the stairs with her head swiveling backwards. Fuck me! Fuck me!
Fuck me! Fuck me!
That was Jerry.
Yeah.
I can't wait, actually. Jerry Halliwell's, she's the Harry Potter rip-off books that she's done, Rose Frost or whatever. Apparently, she's just been sold them to get movie rights for them. So there you go. That's one to look forward to down the line.
Tori Potter.
Yeah, fucking grim. Oh, God, I forget you and Jerry go back, don't you?
Yeah, let's not get into it. I'm not giving her any more airtime.
Isn't it the best? Oh,
Baby, before we go any further, what makes a camp classic?
Well, actually, Crystal, I thought in keeping with this episode and that we're doing Madden Web, and I don't know if you recall in the film, there's quite a lot of questionable dubbing. So I was wondering if we could maybe get some sort of AI machine to tap in. Could you just tap in a couple of codes, please? I think it's going to generate. There you go. Tap 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 tap.
A camp classic unlocks queer joy, has an ongoing legacy, informs pop culture, is stupid fun, and has underdog flop vibe.
So there we go.
Oh.
Did
Wow,
you believe
it's like
that was
you were
me?
in the room.
Yeah.
What's your history with this movie?
Well, I saw it in the cinema by myself.
Yeah.
I was doing a Circus of Horrors tour, and I was just going all around to like the regions in the UK, and I just would find myself with like nothing to do in the daytimes, and then literally frantically search for any kind of cinema nearby, and then just see whatever was on it, and that was on it. And I was there, and there were two older women there, and we all had a lovely time chuckling all the way through it. To be honest,
Oh, great!
What about you?
Yeah, I saw it with Frida Slaves, and I had a lovely time. It was so funny. It was a cinematic experience, I feel. You had to be there. You had to be in the room. You had to feel the stupidity coming at you in like full screen vibes. It was so fun. I can't remember the last time I think a movie was this celebrated for being bad in the queer community.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, I'm sat down. I've got my ticket.
Yeah. Did you know about the fallout with Dakota before viewing it?
What followed is that?
Well, that she hated everything about this movie.
I think we were starting to get a sense of it because I think I saw it after she did that interview where the person asked her about her mom dying and the spiders in the Amazon thing.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
And she was like, "What's funny about that line?"
Oh yeah, she's literally just like, it sounds like a basic plot device to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, isn't every line out of context?
I mean, that is factual though, isn't it?
It is factual. I mean, it's hard to ask someone about, so why does this movie seem so shit? And that's what he wanted to say, but he couldn't say it. And so he asked it in the wrong way, and she was like, well, you didn't say it.
But there's just this weird, like, because I did a bit of a deep dive today, and if anyone else has got a couple of hours to just throw themselves into, I would suggest you watch every single junket that she's done covering this film. Because there is this weird tension, isn't there, where it's like all of the interviewers want to ask those questions like, why is this so terrible? And at the same time, Dakota's like there trying not to be like, I fucking hate everything. But there's all of this subtext because it's like they're asking the generic questions about how fabulous it is. And there she is pretending she knows about the Marvel universe, pretending she gives a shit. And it's just, it's kind of poetry. And I think for me, I was really aware of the fallout and how it was all kind of collapsing. So I went in and it just gave me like, I don't know if I would have felt differently about like her performance, but I knew from the get-go how much she hated it, and it just made me kind of view and read everything a little bit. Yeah.
Well, you go in kind of thinking, surely she's not going to like Dakota Johnson her whole way through this movie. And then she does. And the more deadpan she is, the more I loved it.
Have you seen her in any other movies? I don't think
so.
No.
I'm mostly familiar with her for destroying Ellen's career.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
And for her thing about limes.
Oh, yeah, when she did the AD tour.
Yeah.
And again,
I love limes.
I love limes. I love them. They're great. I love them so much, and I like to present them like this in my house.
Destroying that, isn't she? She just doesn't play the fucking game, does she? Because she's literally just like, they put them there, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I'm actually allergic to limes.
It's like, okay, Dakota. There are a lot of things about her personality, like you said, destroying Ellen DeGeneres' career that I quite respect with her.
Yeah.
And then I do often, I'm watching her interviews, I'm like, she seems pretty cool and just like unbothered. But then I think about the fact that she's going out with Chris Martin, and that just makes me hate everything about her. I don't think you can trust someone that goes out with Chris Martin.
Yeah, she's kind of, I feel like she's like straight people's Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
Whereas Aubrey Plaza is also very chaotic, but there's something gay about her.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza hasn't been fully embraced by the straight community.
Yeah.
Just because she's just that little bit too difficult. She's the person you'd have at a dinner party that would destroy it, but you'd kind of enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I was thinking about her with Chris Martin today, and then I just Googled to see what they were up to, if they were still together. And apparently, like, it was just like the trashiest article, but apparently Chris Martin is stopping her from having more sexy film roles.
Oh, no.
But I was also like, I don't really believe that either. Oh, what? So
No.
she wants to be making more 50 Shades of Grey movies?
No, but she hated doing those too.
Of course. She hates everything.
Yeah.
She's
she doesn't need the work. She's third generation Nepo baby. Third generation. Her parents, Melanie Griffiths and Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Her stepfather is Antonio Banderas. She's married to the lead singer from Coldplay, who are probably one of the most successful
Are they married?
bands. Or engaged.
Oh, okay.
Engaged.
Are they engaged? Ugh.
Yeah, they're engaged. They've been together a long time as well. And then her grandmother is Tippi Hedren from The Byrds.
I did not know that.
So she's third generation Nepo baby. She could never work again and be absolutely fine. So the fact that she keeps doing movies that are apparently very unpleasant for her to be making is really funny.
It just kind of makes you wonder what brings her joy. Do you know what I mean? But I just was thinking about her and Goop and Chris Martin, because they're all they're kind of that open family relationships and stuff. And I'm like, oh God, imagine hanging out at Goop's house with Chris Martin and that sack of sad potatoes, Dakota.
Well, Gwyneth has also famously done superhero movies, and you're like, why is Gwyneth here? She can't be enjoying this.
No. Do you think Gwyneth gave her one of her candles as like a Christmas present? That would be such a little cunty thing to do, wouldn't it? Be like, here we go, here's my new line. Smell my vagina in your bedroom while you're making love to my ex-husband, you bitch.
I can smell your nappy pussy.
I love the smell of Gwyneth's vagina when I'm having sex.
I love limes.
I like to fill my house with it.
There you go. That's a bit of insight into Crystal, everybody. I know what you were going to ask in a second. Have I done a quiz? And well, no, because I was in the mind of Dakota. I frankly couldn't be asked with this film.
Fine.
So there we go.
Okay, great. Moving on. There will be no quiz today.
But I did look at her Instagram to try and work out who she was showbiz friends with.
Yeah.
She only follows 75 people.
Oh. Anyone good?
Well, let's have a look now. But yeah,
I feel like we've got time to list them all, frankly.
Yeah.
75 people.
Well, let me go through, because again, a lot of them aren't famous people. So let me go. So she has 6.7 million viewers herself. The only thing she's really posting about is her tea time book club every month. Oh God, boring. Okay. Who does she follow? She follows Doechii, Elton
Taste.
John.
Okay.
Portala Paints.
A paint supplier.
A paint supplier. She follows NASA. Who else does she follow? She follows the Tate. There you go. She's just culture.
Okay. I'm full. I take back what I said about gay.
Oh, and Greta Thunberg, and that's basically it.
Doechii, NASA, Greta Thunberg, a paint supplier, and the Tate. That is wild. Imagine her feed.
It's just like, yeah, that's it basically.
That's really, really fab.
What a confusing character she is.
Okay, great. Well, I've got some context for this movie. I've got some box office and reviews. This movie made $100 million at the box office, which sounds like a lot of money, but is also, unfortunately, a huge bomb. It probably lost Sony something like $50 to $100 million. So
that sounds like a made-up number, by the way. $50 to $100.
Oh, right. Between 50 and 100.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
Yeah.
$50 to $100 does not sound like a real...
No, that isn't a real number. Yeah.
The limit does not exist.
It's got 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is real bad. Up there with some of the worst we've covered, I'd say.
Yep.
It was nominated for 6 Razzies, which we always love to see.
How did it do?
And it won. Woo! It won Worst Picture, Worst Actress, and Worst Screenplay.
Yes. Did she go to it?
I don't think she went.
No, of course she didn't. She's not like a
Yeah.
Halle Berry, is she?
She's not a Halle Berry. But yeah. Oh, Halle Berry going to the Razzies with her Oscar is truly some iconic shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. I've got this quote from Kevin Mayer of The Times, who said, "This movie represented the death of the superhero genre, the burning of the superhero genre to the ground, and then the returning in the middle of the night to piss on the super genre's ashes." So that kind of sums up how the critics felt about this movie.
Right.
Which, again, only makes me love it a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I just skipped to the end, but I mean, I think we've ticked our underdog flop vibes.
Totally.
Okay, well, should we get into the plot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, but I've gone into too much detail on the plot, but it's because there's so many lines that I just really want to include in this podcast. So anyway, you can just tell me to speed it up if I need to.
I might need to, because on viewing this for a second time, it wasn't quite as punchy a movie as I recalled it being. So
all of my notes have exclamation marks in them. I just couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that line got said. I couldn't believe it got said, and in some cases it got said twice because it had to be redubbed.
Oh yeah, or God knows what they were saying in the redubbing.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a research team in the Amazon rainforest in Peru, led by a pregnant Constance Webb in 1973. She's looking for a spider with rare healing properties. Got a crazy info dump, and yeah, minutes in, we're getting some of the worst dialogue that I think you may have ever heard in a movie.
They really don't signpost the eras very well, do they? Like, nothing about it is sort of saying 70s to me.
Oh, she had that analog camera.
Oh, I didn't notice. Oh, sorry. Okay.
And she had that journal she was writing by hand.
It was the 70s, yes. Yeah. I remember it well.
Yeah. Ezekiel Sims, the man Constance hired for protection and security, betrays her, claims the spider for himself, and shoots her before fleeing with the spider and leaving Constance to die. Constance is rescued sort of by an indigenous tribe.
And that whole thing is giving like AI nightmare right there.
Oh god.
When he's in the pool and when he's in the pool.
Oh, the pool. Yeah.
And like AI has generated this image and I don't know what the prompt has been, but it looks fucking atrocious.
They get one of the spiders to bite her, but unfortunately she dies shortly after giving birth to her daughter Cassandra. Then we skip forward 30 years and Cassandra, now going by Cassie, works as a paramedic in New York City. It's unclear how she got out of the rainforest.
Yeah. Well, doesn't she say? Don't they say the foster care didn't do her wrong or something? I don't.
Yeah. I'm just not sure why like the spider tribe that gave her spider powers didn't raise her.
The other thing I didn't understand, and we're skipping forward, is when she went back to see him while he was dressed like an art teacher. I didn't really get that.
I know.
Why are you not wearing your indigenous spidery outfit?
No, it didn't make any sense. Right, so she's a paramedic in New York City. We learn quickly that Cassie is not like the other girls. She's mean. It's also our first CPR scene, of which I promise there will be many.
Yes.
In fact, more than you will believe at this point. They get to the hospital, a nurse comes over, and this is a great line. The nurse says to Cassie, she's going to be okay. And Cassie says, who? And this is our first indication of us learning that Cassie does not give a shit about any human life. She is responsible for a lot of death in this movie.
She really is. And it's just like, and again, the nonchalance that she has with everything, because
she doesn't give a fuck.
But then I was wondering, I was like, well, maybe that's the training of being a paramedic in New York City. You've got to be steely focused. You can't be letting emotions get in your way. And I was actually, maybe this is a real character study from Dakota Johnson in who this person is.
Oh, she actually spent time on the wards, like seeing the callousness of those people risking their lives to save others.
Also, she never had a mother figure in her life, so that does a lot to you. Yeah,
heaven help any women without mother figures in their lives.
I know exactly. And also as well, like her whole vengeance of like, why did you hate me so much? It's like, give the mother a fucking break, okay?
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the next scene. So we've got Cassie looking through her mom's journal at home. I only bring up this scene because she says,
hope the spiders were worth it, Mom.
Yeah, she's got a real chip on her shoulder about it, hasn't she?
Anytime someone disappoints me from now on in my life, I'm going to say, hope the spiders were worth it, Mom. It's so good.
I feel like you are quite Dakota Johnson, actually, aren't you? I feel like there are some similarities here.
So then Cassie's on a dangerous call. She falls into the water and her heart stops. It's a near-death experience.
Did I die?
And now we're at CPR count 2.
Yeah.
We're about 5 minutes in, just to be clear. But yeah, Ben is her partner. He revives Cassie with CPR. and she begins to experience visions of the future. But she's not bothered because she just wants to go home and watch Idol.
Oh, yeah. That's another important timestamp. It's the year 2003, everybody. So that didn't feel crowbarred in at all, did it?
No, she just wants to watch American Idol.
I was going to say the fact she had bangs might have been another stamp as well, but I think that's just something that consistently she's always had. I wonder what her forehead looks like.
She does look great in this movie.
She's stunning. Oh my God,
she's so beautiful.
She's so hot.
She also doesn't seem like the kind of girl who watches American Idol.
No.
She hates everything too much.
She doesn't have any joy in her life.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting choice. Now we've got an amazing scene with our villain, Ezekiel. So he's at the opera for some reason, and he seduces a woman who, if you are watching this on Amazon Prime, you'll know is Jill Hennessy, who is billed as Beautiful Woman.
Big boobs. What?
No, is that her character name?
Beautiful Woman.
But doesn't she work for like?
Yeah, she has scenes. She has a dialogue. She's in two scenes. No name. Beautiful Woman.
To be fair though, there are worse things to be cast as. Like, do you know what I mean? Like slightly old, crappy woman.
Yeah, older spy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They have sex, and then Ezekiel has a dream of the future where 3 spider women, including Sydney Sweeney, kill him. And he says the great line in this dream, "Where's my spider? They took my spider."
Also, did you not get like a slight bit of excitement when you saw that? Because I was kind of like, ooh.
Oh yeah, this is coming. Sure.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I was kind of here for it by this point, you know. Because, like, you know, even the sort of the superhero films that you enjoy, like, it's the same sort of fucking territory, isn't it? The sort of origin of it and all. But then when I saw that much action and kind of different female superheroes, I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this developing, for sure. Spoiler alert, it does not develop.
No, not at all.
There's not going to be a swimming pool, you stupid slut.
So then he wakes up from his dream and he info dumps his entire deal to this lady he's just met. And this is where I think we realize that every line the villain speaks has been redubbed. Every single line. When I tell you that whenever this man's mouth is moving, the words do not match, like, it actually has to be seen to be believed.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild.
It's giving original Power Rangers Rita Repulsa.
And like, because I was looking into this, and I think it's called like ADR. Is that
ADR? Yeah,
ADR, and it's often used on film sets when you know, if there's been an audio defect or they need to re-record something, or you know, sometimes you might with test audiences need to punch up a joke or something. So there are sort of, you know, this is quite a common thing in films to kind of redub things and to do a bit. It sounds like they fucking rewrote the entire plot.
Yeah,
there are bits where he speaks and like the character's just not reacting to react. There's separate dialogues going on, isn't there?
Yeah, it's very, very, very camp.
It's great. No, it's great. And you are just watching this going, this is a huge Hollywood superhero film. Like, this isn't some like little pony thing that's got no budget. It's like why are they not reshooting this? Or why do they think that's acceptable? Have they got to the point in the edit where they're just like, oh God, whatever then? Because how many people does this need to go through? Like this
it's the equivalent. I remember watching Van Helsing. Have you ever seen Van Helsing?
Maybe. I can't fully remember.
I remember watching that in cinema, and there's many points where you can see a boom mic in shot, like in the castle with vampires. It's the equivalent of that.
But this is the thing I just don't understand with this movie as a whole. It's like anything that is made on this scale has to go through so many layers, and we know this. Like anything that's on like a big platform, there are multiple levels of people signing off stuff. Like, how did this start in like the writer's room, and then how did they get through casting and kind of developing it, like storyboarding it? Like, how does this happen?
Probably in like 5 to 10 years, we will get some kind of tell-all or documentary into the making of this, and it'll all become clear. But definitely something's happened where they've had to like redo this entire villain story. And I've heard a few things. I've I've heard that they thought it was creepy that he was kind of after these girls, and they thought it seemed kind of sexual, and they wanted to make it seem less sexual.
Okay.
I've heard that he had a stronger South American accent, maybe Peruvian accent, and they thought it seemed racist.
Okay.
So they didn't like the accent choice. I've heard that the original script was all about him trying to kill an unborn Peter Parker.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Which would explain why the movie focuses so much on the unborn Peter Parker, who is not otherwise in this movie. We will get to all of that.
And it will also explain why, what's her name, Julia Roberts' niece is in it. Yeah, I was like, Emma Roberts is kind of too big to be playing this bit part.
She's Julia Roberts' niece?
Yeah.
God, this is a Nepo Baby fest.
It is a Nepo Baby fest, yeah. No, 100%.
Oh, she kind of does have, like, suburban Julia Roberts energy, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay. Well, we'll never know why they redubbed it, probably, but I just want to say once again, I would change nothing about this movie. Once I realized this was happening, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so much more for my money than I ever thought possible. Okay, so the villain kills the NSA lady.
Can I just say something really problematic? She deserved to die.
Okay, sure.
Because how fucking obvious was it that she was going to pull a gun out of her purse?
Oh my God!
It was like
she
made such a fucking meal of that. I was like, you are clearly in trouble. That's not how you do it. And I was like, that was an error. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's problematic, but I was like, quite frankly, you deserve to die for that.
Yeah, poor beautiful woman. Rest in peace.
Well, she was lucky that she didn't know how she was going to die, wasn't she? Really?
Yeah, she was. How are you poisoning me? Do you think, this is probably getting too interested in what the plot's trying to do, but was she at the opera to try and seduce him was she spying on him, or did he like pursue an NSA agent?
Oh, I just viewed her as a beautiful woman. I didn't really.
Okay. You didn't.
I didn't really understand what she was. I just know she had like a code or something that she gave.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, when you see a beautiful woman on screen, like, what's the point of anything else, really? He's killed her to steal some NSA technology so that he can use facial recognition, cutting edge software to find the girls before they can kill him. The three Spider-Women from his future.
And that's another thing, because I know that like they have to do it in this time period to set up the Spider-Man and stuff. It's kind of not that exciting to be like, oh, facial recognition technology. It's like, what are we meant to? Are we meant to be kind of like excited by this kind of how they're going to track them down? It's like we're living in a like AI nightmare. We're literally months away from like Terminator 2, like Skynet or whatever.
Yeah. Just set it in the present.
Yeah.
Or have them get tracked down in another way that doesn't. But if they did that, would we have Josha Mamet?
What's that? What's that?
Josha Mamet, from Girls.
Who's that? Oh, okay. I don't watch Girls, but I know who you're talking about. I put Computer Cow because she's like such a cow. I loved her though. She was spectacular. Oh my God.
I'm probably saying her name wrong, but anyway.
I thought you were having a stroke. It's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get out. Anyway, what was her name in Girls? Hang on. Shoshana. Shosh from Girls. Oh gosh, where are we? Okay, so now we've got a scene with Cassie at a barbecue/baby shower. We've got our third CPR mention for those keeping track. And then we've got Emma Roberts that we've mentioned as Peter Parker's mother. She's very pregnant. Peter Parker is in her belly, but they can't say that because you can't say Peter Parker or Spider-Man or anything. You actually have to say Spider People.
Which is, but I appreciated Dakota in that scene because I was like, this is me
Fabulous.
At any kind of straight event where it was like, she literally was just like, oh my God, this is hell on earth. And then those vacuous women who were not remotely interested in the fact that her mother died and weren't like, oh, how awful for you. That was just like, you destroyed her baby shower now. How selfish you are.
That's how I felt the first time. And then watching it a second time, I was like, why did she put in a blank piece of paper during that game where everyone's writing on a piece of paper, like, put in a memory of your mother. And instead of just not putting in a piece of paper, Dakota Johnson puts in a blank piece of paper so that when it gets called, everyone's like, "Oh, well, what about you and your mother?" And she gets to say, "Actually, my mother died in childbirth." She's like, "No, I don't want to be the center of attention. No, don't make me talk about it. I hate talking about it."
I mean, it's quite a slay move if you ask
It
me.
is.
I'm like,
It
yeah,
is.
do it.
Yeah.
She's been preparing that, hasn't she?
It's very like, I don't want to be in a situation for even a minute where I'm not enjoying
She's
myself.
such a fucking fun sponge as well. Like the way she's like, you're destroying the flavor of those burgers. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, darling. Like, Jesus. In fact, the only time up until this point, the only time she laughs in the movie is when they open the fortune cracker, and then he goes, "Oh," and her fortune isn't like, it's like hasn't been finished. There's a gap, and he's like, "Oh, this place's printer's broken. We definitely can't eat at that Chinese anymore." And then she's like, "Ah," and I was like, "That's literally the only joy."
That didn't deserve a laugh.
No.
Yeah. No, what she should have done is laughed right after saying my mother actually died in childbirth and just watched all of those women react.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we've got a scene set at a fireworks factory. Because this movie is like a kid's cartoon.
Yes. It does make you realise, God, it must be dangerous being at a fireworks factory. Like what can happen at a fireworks?
What could happen?
One match.
Yeah, one match, but also apparently a car accident. Yes. Quite a risk at a fireworks factory. Anyway, we're at the fireworks factory. There's something's gone wrong, and Cassie's doing CPR. So that's our CPR count 4. And then she has a vision of her boss O'Neill dying. And then he dies, just like in her vision. She doesn't prevent it. But she does try and do CPR on him, so that's CPR count 5. And don't worry about the fact that the fireworks factory is on fire. We'll get back to it later. Right now, it's just a fireworks factory on fire, but
Sure.
he died in a car accident. It's a thing. Okay, great. Okay, so now we've got a scene, with our villain and our girl, Shoshana from Girls. Which, more amazing casting. It's like they were like, who are the most deadpan women in show business?
Yeah.
We need them for this movie.
And again, she's so deadpan. I don't quite know what level she's meant to be playing at, because she's obviously like super intelligent, but she's not like kind of mean. She's just efficient, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, she's super efficient.
Yeah.
But then the thing I do appreciate is that she's not like flirting with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because although she is his like little lapdog and the thing, it's not because it's like, oh, I'm gonna get with the guy. But then she doesn't. She's just efficient. She just seems to be good at the technology.
Yeah.
And I appreciate she's one of the few people that's giving me naughty's fashion a bit more of what she's wearing.
Yeah. She kind of looks like, if Girls Aloud were doing a scene set in an office in a music video.
What I would love to have seen with her character, though, is like a section where he's fucking it up or something, trying to fight Madam Web, and then she has a moment where she's like, "Oh, for God's sake, if you can't do it, I guess I'll have to sort it out." And then she's like programmed some,
and then she's like changing the traffic lights.
and just like ha 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 ha, fuck you.
Yeah,
like that. She's got a beef with Dakota. Yeah.
No, we don't actually know what happens to her.
No, but at least she's got a character name. That's one.
Yeah. Okay. Then Cassie saves a pigeon from dying and she begins to believe in her powers. I only bring that up because she says to the pigeon, "Guess you didn't die after all." She goes to Grand Central Station and then she runs into the 3 girls from our baddie's vision. And then she sees a vision of him killing them.
Right. Now, I will say on this bit, I actually thought this bit was pretty good in terms of like tension, and this was a bit of the film that I was actually like, there's a good film in this,
right?
Because it was scary and it's kind of claustrophobic, and like I felt like you were getting a bit of a sense in it, this sort of the way she could see into the future, but it was really violent. And that was interesting what you were saying about maybe that it was too pervy to something else, because it is a bit like a slasher film. When he's hunting down these girls, and I actually found it very stressful, and I was quite excited by that. I mean, it unravels into something that I wasn't excited
Yeah.
by. But the setup and the premise, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so the villain's got Spider-Man's powers, and so he's basically evil Spider-Man. I think that's like quite a fun concept you're being pursued by evil Spider-Man, and none of these people have any superhuman abilities. So it's basically like you just have to stay away from the man who can snap your neck, which is quite scary and fun.
Yeah, and also it's like it was pretty brutal seeing him attack the girls, because it's like,
Yeah.
although it's in the future, he's still attacking teenage girls and like killing them, and that's
Yeah.
quite a hard thing to see. And tonally, I don't think anything else was giving like adult superhero horror vibes. And then suddenly
No.
you're like, oh, he's just broken a 15-year-old girl's neck. It's a bit like,
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
things happen.
Yeah. Apparently, the director said that he's supposed to represent toxic masculinity, which is why he kills with a poison touch, and why "Toxic" by Britney features in the movie. And it's so that doesn't work quite so well. But you know,
Yeah, because he does only kill women as well, doesn't he?
yeah, and it's always like a choky thing.
Yeah, that's. I wouldn't believe her if she said to me, "Get out the carriage."
No, it's so I felt like it was almost believable that she got them out of the door. Just out of the door, like, you know, oh, we've all got to go, and you could kind of get swept along with that. But then they continue to stick with her. It's very weird.
And then again, because we're not really sure of what we're watching at this point, you know, you are like questioning, you're like sort of coming from it from quite a few different angles, and you are thinking like, is she deciding to play this like more understated and kind of a bit, because she even says in the film that like she's awkward and so I was like, is this like a more naturalistic approach to this kind of thing? Because I feel like lots of actors would go way bigger on that, like get out, like almost like crazy themselves. But she still sort of plays it, very like, you need to get out.
But then also like so then they have a sort of altercation with evil Spider-Man. He kills some cops, and then they're like escaping the subway, but they just walk out of the subway.
I'm sorry, they have just seen like a spidery man person crawling on the roof trying to kill them, and they're not screaming and running, and then they're still having like a sassy quote, because obviously each of the girls represents something different, don't they? We've got our like money, you know, spoiled
We've got
girl.
our rich kid. We've got our weirdo. We've got our nerd.
And obviously they're so different that if you chuck them in the back of a taxi, they're going to have issues with each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sparks are going to fly.
I would be a fucking mess if that thing was there. And also as well, he could have killed them. I'm sorry. Like, why was he like picking them off one by one? It was literally like you could easily kill all four of them straight away.
Yeah, he killed about 10 cops in that subway station, but yeah, they all got away just fine.
And again, I was like, I feel like, you know, this is a weird thing to say for kind of these Marvel films. It was so understated, because you're normally like, okay, that's the first part now of what is going to be a bigger sequence of chase, right? So you're like, that's like sort of teased it. So now they're out. Now she's driving the taxi, escaping. Right, what's the next thing? He's going to smash through the window. They're going to have to climb through something else. No, she just gets in a taxi and just drives away. And it's like, we're safe.
Yeah. Why don't they go to the police then? I mean, I'm not obviously a cab, but in this world in 2003, she works for the fire department as an EMT or something, or she works for, I don't know. She works as an EMT. She's in the system. Just like, say, someone just tried to kill these girls. I've saved them. There's a bunch of dead cops, and things are pretty fucked up. I think I'd like you to keep us safe. But
yeah, and I think I'm pretty confident that you're not going to think I've kidnapped them. I'm pretty sure.
But no. She's like, let me kidnap them. And I'll take them to the woods of New York.
But is this where like there's a different film being made, like an A24 film, where Madam Web has visions of all of these things and they don't actually exist to anyone else,
right? And
so she has actually kidnapped them and is
yeah. This is also probably a good time to talk about Sydney Sweeney's wig.
Yeah, I mean, what in the Smithies is going on with that?
I actually have a quote about this. This is a quote from Sydney Sweeney. She says, "That wig was so hot, and we were filming in Boston in the middle of the summer. It was one of the hottest days, and we were in the middle of filming, and I go, 1 second, and I turn around, and I just started throwing up. And then I turned back and I go, we're all good. We can keep going. I was overheating. My body was shutting down, but I was great. The wig added a lot of interesting elements.
Was it a synthetic wig then?
It must have been.
Like-
It looked synthetic. It looked so wiggy that it was like...
It had a lot of static going
Yeah.
on in it, didn't it?
The wig was so bad it made her throw up.
I mean, I've definitely been there with my wigs.
Yeah.
At this point in the movie as well, I feel like, have you ever watched the TV show Hunted before on Channel 4?
No, but I'm familiar.
So it's
yeah.
basically a bunch of people who are escaping from like these security figures, police
Yeah.
kind of things, and they get chased around cities. And then you go to like a fake sort of intelligence hub that they film afterwards. And it's basically people behind computers like locking in on like cameras
Yeah.
in the city going, we found them. And it's basically that. It's just What's the Chops is doing that all by herself. They don't even have like a big room of it, but it's all like, I've been checking every camera in the city. And it's like, it is Hunted, the movie.
I would love to take part if Shoshana from Girls was the one hunting me.
But yeah, so now they drive to the woods, don't they?
They do, yeah. They go to the woods. She leaves them in the woods, says, stay here. And then Cassie goes back to her apartment and finds her mother's notes.
Can I just say something? Sorry, I know
Yeah.
we're going on, but great idea to just leave them in the woods with like no lights or anything. Just just leave you there.
I'm not sure there are woods near New
Well, clearly
York
not.
City.
There's a diner just a 3-minute walk from where they are. It's a bit of greenery, and also the other thing is, I love how they really cement how hungry they are because of the jerky. And again, it's like, I don't know. I've never had like a spider person villain.
A spider person, not a Spider-Man.
No, not a Spider-Man. Definitely not a Spider-Man. I've never had a spider person try to kill me. So I don't know how I would feel. I would presume I would be so fucking shell-shocked that I literally would be hiding under like a fucking dead tree, holding them dearly, crying and being sort of scared for my life. I don't think I'd be like, oh, I want to go to a diner now and dance on a table to Britney.
Yeah, stay in the car, lock the doors, girls. No, instead they're going to leave a lit fire in the woods and just head off on an adventure. But before we get there, Cassie goes home and she's going through her mother's notes, which talks about the spider people. She talks to her cat. Have you ever heard of Las Arañas? Me neither.
Have you ever heard of Las Arañas? Me neither.
And then she tries to climb a wall. This was actually one of the few, I would say, intentional comedic moments in the movie that I found funny. But they were few and far between.
Yeah.
So the girls leave the woods. They ignore her instructions. They go to a diner. And this is where I knew we were in the Catwoman extended universe, because they're walking there, and what song is playing?
No.
Scandalous by Mystique.
Yeah, wonderful. Again, what a bop.
What a bop. I know I've previously introduced my Camp Clues, but Crystal's Camp Clues now needs to include Mystique's Scandalous.
You know you're in for a treat, yeah.
You're probably watching a camp movie if Mystique's Scandalous plays.
But again, another scene that actually has great potential to be pretty scary.
Yeah, so they're at the diner. A trucker sees the girls and recognizes them from his newspaper, which is somehow already out that day.
Yeah, I mean, news gets. I've kind of forgotten the days before social media when news was pretty instant. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that instant.
I'm pretty sure newspapers came out the day after. Usually,
Yeah.
Maybe you had an evening edition, but even so, I think they probably should have had a TV in the diner where she was watching.
Yeah, I think that would
have made more sense. Anyway, whatever. He calls in. The missing girls are there, and that's how Ezekiel tracks them. Evil Spider-Man tracks them, and shows up at the diner to kill them.
And he does kill them again. We see him killing the teenagers again.
Yeah,
It's like-
in exactly the same way, choking them out. But that turns out to be just a vision. Cassie's had another vision, and to the sounds of Britney Spears' Toxic, she drives her stolen taxi into the diner and into our villain.
She was making a right meal of it getting there, wasn't she? I was like, how do you even know where you're going? Because the route you're driving seems to be really long, whereas you've literally just walked it. If you just ran You could have got there beforehand.
It turns out you could walk there faster than you can drive.
And also, I love that she was timing it exactly to
the
British
song of Toxic. Yeah.
It's like a song that this is a new hit on the radio. So suddenly she's got time to be learning the lyrics to a Britney Spears song. And again, what an exciting way to get rid of a villain, to just drive a taxi into him.
Yeah.
And that's where he poisons her, though, isn't it? So he grabs her and poisons her.
Yeah, poisons her a bit. This is where I started to find the vision thing a bit boring, because I actually felt like it kind of meant there was no stakes, because you're like, there's a thing that could happen, but now we'll just rewind, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to make that feel actiony.
Yeah, it's like, it would have been exciting if there was like, you know, but the downfall to this power is you have bits where you just go unconscious for like, and you don't know what's happened, or do you know something else? So it's just the stakes are higher.
Or like it's happening, or you watch it happening in real time. So she's like, you know, he goes to punch her and she sees the future. So she moves out of the way and it becomes a bit of an action sequence rather than like, here are two scenes. One is where the bad thing happens. And now we'll do another one where it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Cassie takes the girls back to Queens.
And that scene in the car was so annoying to me, because it's like her telling them off. Yeah. And then all sat, and then she's kind of like, oh, she feels bad and looks back on them, and it's like, my girls, and it's just like, oh, piss off.
My girls. This is where we learn the girls are all sort of orphans, and then Cassie teaches them CPR. CPR count 6. Ding.
And it's like, why would they do that? I mean, that's not foreshadowing anything.
Oh
is it?
God, no. They're not bringing all this CPR into the movie for any reason. Yeah. Just don't worry about it. It's like the fireworks factory. There's another great line here. She's just teaching them CPR, and one of the girls says, "You're a good teacher," and Cassie says, "Well, I've been learning some things too," and then uses that as exposition. It's like those are not linking sentences. It reminded me of the line in Mortal Kombat Annihilation: "Mother, you're alive? Too bad you will die."
Too bad you will die.
Right. Okay.
Are you familiar with that?
No,
line?
I'm not. We're going too geeky now. You're doing your geek podcast now.
Okay, sorry. It's on YouTube. It's a 9-second video, and it's called "The Worst Line Reading in Cinema History."
Right. Okay. Yeah. Is this where she goes? One of my favorite lines that she says to them is, "Seriously, don't do dumb things."
I love limes.
Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom. So the girls are taking refuge at Uncle Ben's, and Cassie, well, she flies to Peru.
Sure.
Even though she's wanted for kidnapping, she's like, no, let me take that stolen taxi to the airport. And
well, she took the plates off and just left them on the floor, so that will cover her, won't it?
Yeah. And I'm gonna go to Peru. It makes it look like it's really easy to get to the Peruvian Amazon, which, you know, getting to the remote part where her mother was, where she found that rare spider, it looks like that's just all in a day's work for Cassie.
And also, just like this evil spider person has done a pretty good job of finding those girls.
Yeah. No, we're gonna pause that. Don't worry about it. Cassie's gotta go to Peru.
No, but I know she's in Peru, but it's like, you know, in the space of maybe 6 hours, he's tried to kill them twice.
No, you're overthinking. Don't worry, it's fine. Cassie's got time to go to Peru and back. It'll be absolutely fine. She then meets Santiago, who's the tribal chief who had tried to save her mother.
He's now an art teacher in Peru.
Yeah, he's now an art teacher. Yeah. I guess 30 years have passed. Things have changed. The tribe is...
Well, what's his face hasn't really aged, the evil spider person. Is that because of the spider stuff, or...?
Maybe. He's got some grey hair now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's minimal, isn't it?
Yeah. The Santiago puts Cassie through a ritual that separates her soul from her body.
Now, is this ayahuasca? Is this what that is? Is it?
Oh, ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's more vomiting when you do ayahuasca, but maybe that's what Sydney Sweeney was talking about, actually.
Yeah, so they were all doing it, and they ended up just filming them. They weren't conscious of what they were doing. But because she goes through some fucking trippy stuff, doesn't she?
She sure does. She goes through a higher plane of consciousness where all living things are connected, and she can see all the futures and all the pasts. And she learns that her mother was looking for the spider not for fame or money,
No.
but because she was trying to save Cassie from having myasthenia gravis. No, this might be my favorite line in the movie, because she then says, "But I don't have a neuromuscular disorder."
But I don't have a neuromuscular disorder.
Oh, anything this movie thinks, you know what, could we leave this unsaid and people would still get it? They're like, probably, but it doesn't matter because we're going to say it
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
And God forbid this woman who's like a scientist was just wanting to find it because she wanted to actually save other people. And
Yeah, no.
she's a woman, and it has to be
Yeah,
linked
she's
to
a
her
woman.
unborn child, doesn't it?
Yeah, motherhood comes
Yeah.
first.
But she does get to like make up with her mum, doesn't she?
She does. She, like, in a past vision, she kind of forgives her mom and
says, "Look at me! I didn't get it. It worked! Yay!"
Yeah. And then Santiago tells her that that accepting her responsibility can unlock her true power. And this is, I think, where the movie comes the funniest, closest to the Spider-Man universe, because he says, "When you take on the responsibility, great power will come." They obviously cannot say, "With great power comes great responsibility." That's a Spider-Man line.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So the famous line from Spider-Man is, "With great power comes great responsibility." But obviously that is copyrighted. That is a Spider-Man IP. So they can't say it. They had to find a new way to spin that line. But still, you know, we need to be in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, like we're not letting them like take that away from us. Oh, that's I didn't know. I didn't pick up on these things. That's hilarious though. It's like, oh my god.
When you accept responsibility, great power will come.
Fucking hell.
It's like they said, ChatGPT, rewrite this line for us so it
Yes.
does not infringe anyone's IP. Okay, we're back in Queens. Ben's pregnant.
Ben's
Emma
pregnant.
Roberts
I missed that.
Yeah, sorry. Emma Roberts goes into labor earlier than expected, so he takes her to the hospital along with the girls. I'm not sure why the girls go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I think it seems like they could have avoided a lot of trouble if they just stayed home, which had been safe up to this point. But anyway, they go to the hospital. They're seen on camera in the car, so Ezekiel starts to track them down. Cassie gets back from Peru and realizes the girls are missing, and she realizes that because there's amniotic fluid on the floor. She sees a puddle on the floor and she's like, "Shit, babies. I'm going to have to go." So she heads out, but instead of taking her stolen taxi, she then steals an ambulance.
Yes. Yeah, which is it's a better vehicle to drive around in.
It is a better vehicle, but she's like, that ambulance is here because someone's dying in the house next door, but oh well, I don't give a shit. I'm stealing
We've
that
seen her
ambulance.
maneuver that vehicle. She knows what she's doing, though, doesn't she?
She does. I mean, she's familiar with driving an ambulance, so it does make sense.
And also, it kind of makes sense because if you need people to clear the way, you can just turn the sirens on, and people aren't going to be knowing what she's doing, are they? It's like,
yeah, it's just a kind of a shame that she left that neighbor to die, stealing their, trip to the hospital. But
that's a really good point. Why are we celebrating her saving these three women's lives when the amount of people that are dying in the police people, this poor person there, like people are just dying, aren't they?
We're not at the end of it either. There's more. So anyway, Cassie's driving the ambulance and she drives it through a wall and into Ezekiel just as he's attacking the girls. So now she's hit him twice with vehicles, which this movie never does anything once when it could do it twice, 3 times, 4 times. But yeah, Cassie's getting really good at her visions now. And they use those CPR thingies to electrocute Ezekiel. What are they called? And yes, we are at CPR count 7, by the way.
7?
7, yeah. So then they lure Ezekiel back to the condemned fireworks factory. Yeah, no, you didn't think they were going to leave that hanging. And they set up a bunch of traps to sort of disorient him, while Cassie, using her superpowers of foresight, calls for a medical evac helicopter to fly to their location. Not to rescue them, because I presume she saw that then that helicopter explodes. I'm not sure why she called those people to lure them to their death, but she's like, if there's one thing I hate, it's people who work in my field.
I didn't even think of it like that. Again, the A24 version of this film is she's just telling people, she's set all of these traps.
Yeah.
It's like, come here, you're gonna die.
So good. So good. Anyway, they have a fight with the baddie, and he destroys the helicopter. He separates the girls. They're all at the same time hanging off beams.
But then they've already spunked what her big superpower is, so we know what's coming, don't we?
Yeah. We've already heard that she can be in multiple places at once if she accepts the great responsibility. So she
why didn't they just do it where it's like, oh, but what's my power? Because she complains that she's not as strong as him and all of that and quick. Why didn't they just do a line like, when the time is right, the power will come into you and you will explode. So we still don't know what it is. But no, we're bloody her now. We've seen it. We know what's happening.
Well, I think it's actually kind of good that they did say that before, because it is very unclear what happens. She kind of astral projects and sort of picks them all up off the ledges they're dangling from, but if you hadn't had someone say you can be in multiple places at once, I'm not sure you'd understand what was happening. Was it clear to you?
Well, no, because also the other thing was, I was like, is she flying now and holding people?
Yeah,
and I was like, that's quite a strong superpower, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway.
But at the same time, not, because she kind of saves them, but not really. And then
yeah. Anyway, it's a fucking mess, basically.
And then suddenly those girls, like, they're getting thrown all around the thing and they're spinning around poles, etc. And it's like, oh, I didn't realize you had superhero powers now.
Yeah. Ezekiel falls to his death. He's crushed by a Pepsi sign. We haven't mentioned the Pepsi product,
which is just
movie,
constant.
But,
I feel like films nowadays have got pretty good at doing it in a kind of like a less obvious way, but this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that set piece apparently was left over from a previous Marvel film and it wasn't used.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was already built and they were like, oh, we might as well use it. It wasn't even like...
Fair. Yeah, he's crushed by a Pepsi sign, and then Cassie also falls into the Hudson again. Again, nothing in this movie happens one time.
Yeah.
I guess that's the nature of her superpowers. It's all going to happen twice. But she sinks really fast, and then a firework hits her in the face. The girls rescue her, and yes, they save her with CPR.
There you go.
And she wakes up, her eyes are all white, I guess, because...
That's what happens when a firework goes in.
That's what happens when a firework hits you in the face. And she's also paralyzed. Again, firework in the face.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not an expert.
Yeah, but she's in the hospital, and Peter Parker has just been born in the room next door. This is another one of my favorite bits. So, I don't know how familiar you are with the lore, but Cassie says to the girls, like, how's Ben doing? And they say, Uncle Ben's stoked about being an uncle. All the fun and none of the responsibility. And Cassie then says, that's what he thinks. Which is her saying, lol, Emma Roberts, you're gonna die.
Death to all of them.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh my God. God, she really loves knowing this shit, doesn't she? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so psychotic.
Yeah, and she doesn't. Again, she's got plenty of time to set that one up.
I mean,
until
if one thing this movie has established is that she can save people if she wants to.
Yeah.
But she has not forgiven Emma Roberts for that baby shower.
No, it's like, bitch, you're going under.
Oh, it's so good.
And then it brings us to what is the most satisfying part of the entire film for me.
Okay, so yeah, some time passes, and they're all living together in a spider loft. Cassie's in a wheelchair.
She's basically Dr. X, isn't she?
Yeah. She, not only is she Professor X, but she's also wearing blind glasses, which does not stop Sydney Sweeney from saying, how's your eyesight?
And also as well, the eyewear choice is exquisite. She really is feeling her oats now, isn't she? In a way that she never did before. She's just like...
Yeah, her clairvoyance, she sees the future much more clearly, and she says to the girls that she's going to mentor them in their future roles when the time comes.
But this is where...
got a shot. Sorry, go.
So this is where it gets really fucking toxic, okay? Because I feel like she's grooming these young girls. Because now she's in a position where she can basically just say anything to them and they're going to believe that this is the future. Because she does know, right? So when she's about to sneeze, she goes, "Bless you," blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't trust her. I think she's going to keep them there. And I think she's going to basically be like, yeah, I just get weird, groomy vibes from her at this point.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably got a box full of radioactive spiders that she's like, when you fall asleep tonight, I'm going to get these to bite you.
Yeah.
It's very that. But we do get a shot of them in the future. They're all in their superhero suits. And she looks like Katy Perry. She's got some enormous red wraparound sunglasses.
It's a woman's world, and you're lucky to be living it.
It is so woman's world.
Sexy, confident.
Do you think when they were wearing those costumes, they were all being like, "This is it. This is our next movie. Fucking yeah, slay." Yeah,
maybe, which is quite unfortunate.
Because isn't this the only film in the Marvel universe that doesn't have a post-credit sequence?
One of very few.
Yeah, it's literally like unheard of. Especially this far down the line, they always like pack a punch. Nope, they knew.
No, the editors had enough.
They'd had enough with the redubbing. It was
And the movie ends with the line, "The best thing about the future, it hasn't happened yet."
And unfortunately, this movie has happened.
Yeah. What does that line even mean? It's so good. Okay. Well, there we go. That's Madame Web.
Wow, I feel like I've been on a ride again with it.
I will say that I love this movie and I wouldn't change anything. I'm gonna proceed to give it some notes, but I'm really glad that it exists in this form.
I think nowadays it's really hard to have a film that fails in a way that is kind of enjoyable, because there are layers to this film about why it failed. It's not just because, like we listed some of the films earlier, they're just crap, aren't they? They're just actually so much of this film is comparable to just your bog standard bad Marvel films, but I think there are just some additional layers that just give it that extra.
Yeah, it takes it from like flop to like fiasco.
Yeah,
it's like it's an elevated bad movie. It's so bad that it's an event.
And it's like it hasn't been done intentionally to be bad, has it? It's just failed, and it's just and like you get a sense of people just giving up at various stages, but it still goes on.
I wondered at some point if they did decide to lean into bad and be like, I wonder if we can get some buzz going about how bad this is and it will get people to go and see it. Because that's what happened with Morbius.
Right.
Morbius flopped so bad, and then people were memeing it, but it was straight people. And there were so many memes going around about it that Sony re-released it into cinemas because they thought there was buzz.
Oh, okay.
And then it flopped again.
Oh god, are we living in a universe where that's like a marketing
So maybe
ploy?
we're being trolled by Sony. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's probably giving them too much credit. But
why did Dakota get cast in this role?
I guess Marvel has done like the deadpan lady.
Yeah.
Quite successfully, I would say. Like Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, I guess, is kind of in that. She's always going to give you like a cool one-liner, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you could almost imagine that working in a different way with Dakota Johnson, but
and I guess as well, Dakota Johnson is quite cool in this.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that she doesn't have a love interest, like an obvious.
I like that.
And I do like the fact that she's not wearing anything like sexual or sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a tan leather jacket. And
it's giving. Did you watch Jessica Jones?
No.
So Jessica Jones is like, she's like an alcoholic superhero in New York. It's a really great show, actually. It's also a Marvel, but she's just very like jeans and a leather jacket, and she kind of hates fighting crime. It's very that sort of vibe. But I think Dakota Johnson doesn't give it enough mean to make that work either. So it just ends up in this like hinterland of she just really doesn't want to be there, which is
also, and this is probably like my toxic trait. When she's like Katy Perry at the end, I'm kind of like, oh, that's the Madam Web I want to see as well. I'm sorry. If you're a female superhero, I want to see a big blowout. I want to see a bodysuit. I want to see a cape. I want to see some like design aspects to what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It is those I think all of those superhero costumes, except maybe Madame Web's, which is very silly, but the other three, they look cool and fine and fun. It is pretty criminal that like they set them up without actually using them. And the trailer features those costumes heavily. So it implies that it's going to be a movie about these three young superheroes and their mentor, but it's not that at all because they're only used in like little flash sequences.
I don't know why they bother with so many fucking origin stories. I want to just get involved in the action. I want to see the superpowers, and I want to see them going hell for metal at each other. And it's like you didn't even really get a sense from evil spider person of what he was capable of, really.
No. Yeah. The best that can be said about him is that he had at least a clear motivation. He's like, I'm gonna kill them because they're gonna kill me. I guess that's kind of fine. But there could have, I think, also maybe been an interesting movie where Dakota Johnson is, when the movie happens, she's already a grizzled, like, experienced superhero, or she's familiar with her powers. She's like the Terminator in Terminator 2. And she's already like a cool badass. And then she's like having to save maybe one person who's developing powers, because 3 is too many. It's crammed. It just feels silly. So she's saving one girl who's coming into their powers, and she mentors them into becoming a superhero. And we see like cool stuff with her powers. But because we spend so much time setting up Dakota Johnson, it's like the movie's trying to set up 2 sets of origin stories at the exact same time, which is very weird.
And it just means that we get no sense of who those girls are and who they are. It's very
they're so after school special, one line, like
totally.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
And
nothing.
As I said earlier, I do think there's an interesting film in this if they would have lent more into like the kind of horror slasher vibe of it, because this sort of menacing character trying to hunt down these girls, it could have been way darker, and it could have been way more sinister, and it could have been him like discovering that they were staying in the house, do you know what I mean, and like phone calls, or like you said, utilizing what's her chops, the computer cow Shosna from Girls, computer cow I'm calling it. But like, why isn't she closing down? Like they're in their apartment, in the house, and then all the lights are going out, and they're having to escape, and like make it more kind of like chasey. I think that could have been really exciting. Or imagine being on the subway again, and imagine like all of the lights and all of the power going, and then they have to crawl through railway tracks, and then he's like crawling through the ceiling and stuff. You could have made it really scary.
Yeah. Well, apparently the director said before the movie came out, it wasn't so much a superhero movie, it was more of a thriller, which it is not, but it says she maybe had sort of the same instinct as you of like, that would make it better.
Yeah. Because didn't Dakota sack all of her agents when the trailer came out?
Yeah.
Because there's been like, and obviously no one knows because I'm sure she's got a gagging order about it as well, but like she said that she signed up to what she thought was a very different movie as well, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she still was there for all of it, so I don't know what.
Totally.
She delivered those lines, so I don't know what she was expecting. Something spectacular. Like, do you think she watched it? Sorry, because I saw in a junket where she said she still hadn't seen it.
That's true. Oh, I wonder if she's still never seen it. That would be so fabulous.
She doesn't care about her movie career.
She's too busy checking out NASA's Instagram feed.
While listening to Dochi.
Yeah. The other thing that really held this movie back, I think, but also provided a lot of camp moments was all of the Spider-Man references. Like, you're not allowed to talk about Spider-Man, so just stop circling Spider-Man. It's very weird. There's just such a large elephant in the room, and it's Emma Roberts' belly. Yeah. But no one's allowed to talk about it, but the movie is so fixated on it. It's just so weird. Just like forget about Spider-Man. Just do your own thing.
Imagine all the lawyers though, after every script read, they must have been like, we can't do that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Drop some Easter eggs, drop some nuggets, sure. But like the fact that you're circling this thing that you're not allowed to talk about is just so weird. There's a few. I'll bring this up too. There's a few problematic bits. I think like the way they handle Indigenous representation is
No shit.
real fucking bad, especially because that is entirely invented for this movie. The comic book character has no links to any Indigenous stuff in Peru. Las Arañas does not exist in the comics. It was completely invented for this movie. So they're like, what could we do that would be a bit like mystical and weird? I know, we'll just exploit
Yeah.
exploit an indigenous thing and like play into these tropes of indigenous people as like mystical power granters. It's like, no. And the second thing is the way they handle disability, which is quite clunky because the character in the comics does have myasthenia gravis,
Right.
which is why she's in a wheelchair. The movie is like, we need to honor the character, so we'll end the movie with her being paralyzed, but we will magically handwave away the reason for that earlier on. So it's kind of like, it kind of erases the like significance of the disability that they're trying to reference, and then they spend the entire movie with her being able-bodied, which I think is kind of problematic as well because the character is canonically in a wheelchair. So that's quite a weird choice, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably problematic across the board, isn't it?
Yeah. What about pros? Like, I guess, you know, it's a movie centered on relationships between women.
Sisterhood.
And, yeah. And there are no love interests, so that's something.
There you go.
That's something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the pros have been a lot of what we've been laughing about and chuckling about as we've gone through the.
Yeah, I hope this movie doesn't hold back female-fronted action movies, superhero movies, because it often tends to be like, oh, well, that's why we can't do superhero movies with women because that one was so bad.
Yeah.
But actually, no, this movie was bad, and it would have been bad regardless of who fronted it. And in fact, if anything, the fact that it had a woman in it made it watchable.
But you're right. It's like there's the kind of like a long list of like female-fronted superhero films that have kind of put another nail in the coffin, haven't there? Like Catwoman, as we speak about, Supergirl. I mean,
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you're now seeing like Gal Gadot. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yeah, I think so.
You're like seeing like all of these super clips about how terrible an actress she is, and you're like, oh my god, wow, you're not great, are you? But it's like, what's the role? I mean, who's the best female superhero that we've seen in films? Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman?
Probably the most successful. Yeah, that's probably one of the more successful. I mean, she didn't front the movie, did she? But she made the movie. Probably, if I had to guess, the most successful standalone would probably be Black Widow. But, you know, that's not like a particularly exciting movie from like a feel your oats sort of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supergirl for me.
Yeah.
Again, that film is just.
It's one we need to cover.
Definitely. I mean, I did enjoy watching it for the second time. I did enjoy watching it. I'm not the biggest fan of superhero movies as well, especially like the Marvel universe, just because we've got so many of them. Yeah. So it was hard for me to kind of. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it when I saw it at the cinema, and then I was like, "Oh, this is something else, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's special in a Catwoman way. I might not have anything else to say.
No, I don't.
Yeah, much like this movie, which also has nothing to say.
Yeah.
If this movie had like a point, what would the point be? Do you think? Like, what is it trying to say? What's its message? Be mommy. Be a mom.
CPR is the meaning of this.
Madam Web's School for CPR.
It is like a national service video, and it's getting everyone, because it's reminding you, if you know CPR, you can survive all of these different things.
You will save at least 10 people's lives.
While killing about.
Yeah.
What do you think the death count on this is?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of cops in that first fight scene. She didn't do CPR on any of them.
No. None at all.
All right. Well, Let's rate this movie. Starting with Merrills.
I'm Julia Child.
For the quality of the movie, how many Merrills are we giving this?
1.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it 1 because it is a movie that exists.
Yeah. Full
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that this... How much was the budget again?
Something like 80 million, 90 million.
And this is what the result was. It's impressive. But yeah,
Great.
I mean, it's
1 Merrill.
1 Merrill.
Groundbreaking.
Okay, Liza's. How camp is this movie?
Well, I think the thing I love about this film is I don't... It's very rare to get films nowadays that aren't just so self-aware. And like you're saying, like, you know, I'm not sure if there was a marketing ploy about let's make this a flop to kind of do it. But you do get lots of films and lots of projects that are... There is sort of like a slight knowing, oh, this will go viral thing. And it's all very... Whereas there's something pure about how bad this film is.
About just a pure flop.
And I also love that even with like the huge marketing budgets, everything, how they couldn't mask how much Dakota hated being part of it. And also just like the fact she couldn't name any Spider-Man films, and she said that she's probably watched like 4% of an entire Marvel film before. And just you could like I've seen some YouTube videos where they've done like they've shown her in interviews and then they've done reactions of what it must be like to be a studio head watching it, because it's just like it is wild to me that has happened. And what I love about this is I think it will endure, and I think as she does get older and as other people get older, we will start hearing more and more stories about 20-year anniversary of Madam Web, what really went down.
Oh, I'm so grateful we got to live in a time where I got to see double-decker buses in London that said Madame Web with Dakota Johnson in those wraparound sunglasses and a Katy Perry wig. It's like, what a blessed time to be alive.
Again, and also I love that that's how they market the film, and actually she's just in a sensible bang and a leather coat. That's Let's go to the list. I think it's
okay. Queer Joy.
Ting. Yeah, I mean, is it a consistent ting? It's not a consistent ting.
No,
but it's so stupid. It is so stupid.
There's a laugh every 5 to 10 minutes at the badness of the movie, which is Queer Joy.
The biggest Queer Joy for me was how uncomfortable she was in that pregnancy party.
Yeah.
And that was like a really Queer Joy moment to me.
Yeah.
Basically, lol, my mum died, you're going to die. Well, she knows she's going to die anyway, doesn't she? So yeah, that's quite a it's quite a lol, isn't it?
Oh my god, that's so true. She's like, oh, my mom died in childbirth, but that's quite rare. Oh, that probably won't happen to you. You're gonna die in a completely different way.
I wonder if she ever tells her that.
Yeah,
I could imagine her whispering it to her. You're gonna die, bitch. Ongoing legacy. Well, that's TBC at the moment.
Yeah,
it's a newbie, but I would love to see this. I feel like we are getting like some new generation camp films. I think the substance is gonna sort of move forward. I would love for this to be re-explored and sort of enjoyed down the line. So it's got potential.
It's also rare that something flops so hard and is so memed and is so ironically celebrated at the time. So the fact that it's happening so much now almost means like, imagine in 10 years or 20 years when it's dated.
Yeah.
And like when it looks bad in that way as well. Like it's got real potential for, midnight movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Stupid. Tick.
Yeah.
Informs queer pop culture. Well, I think as you said, it's very memeable, isn't it? There's a lot going on here. And then anti-mainstream underdog flop vibes. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Big old flop.
Yeah.
Flaccid.
So what are you going to give it?
Well, we can't see the future, so we don't know how this movie's going to age. But as it stands, I feel like I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah. And I think it's got potential to go higher, but we need to give it more time in the oven.
I think I'm going to give it an 8 as well. I think that's true. But I like you said, I think this is only going to like age like a fine wine. I think it's still so fresh, and it's like, although it's terrible, it is still kind of like it's gonna get worse with time.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna get worse.
So
it's gonna get worse.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8 for now, but I do think Madam Web is whispering in my ear that this has potential to be a 10 in maybe 5 years' time.
Yeah. Well, the best thing about a 10 Liza rating, it hasn't happened yet.
But Dakota, welcome to the club, honey.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive into some more of your movies because I've got a
I love limes.
Oh,
great.
Brilliant. Well, watch it if you haven't watched this movie.
I think it's actually not available to rent. You have to buy it on streaming.
Yeah, no, I bought it today. I was like, I don't want to buy it. I'll pay more money to rent it.
It's cheap. I think it's only £3 to buy. So
I was like, I don't want to own it.
Now we both own it.
Yeah.
We both own Madame Web.
Oh, well,
beautiful. Let us know what you think. Do you agree? Should we have rated this movie higher?
I think we've been very generous with it.
Yeah. What was your favorite camp moment? Let us know. And we'll be back in 2 more weeks with another camp classic.
You right now?
Well, there's only one thing to say, isn't there?
Hope the spiders were worth it, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict?
I used to love doggy chow.
I used to love doggy